Hello everyone. Today I will be speaking on a tough task of parenting a toddler, and more specifically on the topic of avoiding shaming a child. I understand that many of you may not be parents yet, but I think you will find this information very interesting and beneficial when dealing with any child and possibly even with your own future children. Let's start with why shaming a child can be harmful. So we all know that children, especially at the toddler's age, can be very energetic, sometimes talk too much, they're loud, and sometimes crazy to be around. We often find ourselves constantly saying, "Don't do that, don't eat that, get over here," or just that classic flat out no, with no explanations to the child on why they can't do something. On top of that, many people follow those common phrases with words that make the child feel unnecessarily ashamed. For example, saying you're always causing trouble, you eat too much, you're such a crybaby, or you're a bad kid are things that a child can be or feel ashamed and confused. I found a cool quote from the best-selling author L.R. Noakes that says, "No is not a complete thought. It is an imperative, a command that doesn't teach, it tells." If you want your children to learn to think like an adult, take the time to explain your adult thinking. I remember that children are not critical thinkers yet, but you are. Now I do believe in discipline, keeping my kid in line when he's acting up, but I have to remind myself that I am the adult. It is up to me to teach him how to make the connections, not just to be the bad behavior police. Adults need to set limits, but use the firm no when it's really needed. So here are some ways that I'm trying to avoid shaming. Number one, I'm teaching by example. I'm modeling the behavior that I want from him. This includes listening, which is the hardest thing for a child to do because their little minds are constantly on the go. So teaching him to listen by modeling the body language of a good listener. When I listen to him, I like to get down to his height, look at him, look into his eyes, and ask a question to better understand him. Number two, I welcome any subject that my son is interested in because I want him to trust me and be able to come to me for advice in the future. Saying "don't talk about that" or "not now" will make me seem like the wrong person to ask when he has questions. Number three, the last thing is to resist urge to punish. I don't want my son to go through life learning things the hard way. I want him to have the mental tools to make connections between what's good for him, and positive things that can come from doing the right thing. I feel that punishing a child will only lead to reinforcement of the negative things that could come with certain actions. I want my son's focus to be on positive things that come with his actions. I think that's a better use of his time and focus. Some say we are our children first experience of God, and I think that's really powerful concept because it really is true. If we think about it, we're supposed to guide our children with the compassion and the love of God as He's shown for us. So why would we instill shame in our children when God showed us how we are loved and worth to Him? I will leave you with Ephesians chapter 5, verse 2. Therefore, be imitators of God as dear children and walk in love, as Christ also has loved us. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.